Today on Rappler. Palace press officer Claire Castro brands as obstructionists and fake news peddlers people linking First Lady Liza Araneta-Marcos to the death of Rustan's executive Paulo Tantoco. Energy Secretary Sharon Garin says tensions at the West Philippine Sea are causing investors to shy away from oil exploration. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. picks Dave Gomez as the 5th Communications Secretary. Senator Kiko Pangilinan seeks a Senate probe into high food and agricultural prices. And Alex Ayala shares life lessons with young Filipino tennis players. Months after the death of Rustan's Paulo Tantoco, the country's First Lady Liza AranetaMarcos is hounded by talk over her supposed links to his death. Malacanang's press officer Claire Castro blasts supposed obstructionists and fake news peddlers who linked the First Lady to the death of Tantoco, the husband of her Deputy Social Secretary Dina Arroyo Tantoco. Senator Amy Marcos, the president's sister, had also released a statement calling for a comprehensive report on the First Lady's whereabouts. The palace categorically denies the First Lady was held by any law enforcers. She was in the US for the Manila International Film Festival held from March 4 to 7. Castro adds Tantoco was not part of Araneta-Marcos' delegation and did not stay in the same hotel as the First Lady.
Ang sinasabing police report na naipost sa Facebook ay isang malaking kasinungalingan. Ginagamit ng ibang mga obstructionists para masira ang First Lady, ang Pangulo, at ang administrasyon na ito. Unang-una, si Mr. Paulo Tantoco ay hindi po kasama sa official entourage ng unang ginang. Nakakahiya dahil gumawa sila ng peking police report. Naturingan journalist, mga dating spokespersons, hindi marunong mag-imbestiga ng sarili.
The palace press officer also accused supposed journalists, without naming who they were, of faking a police report that seemed to name Araneta-Marcos as one of the companions of the late Tantoco and that she had been questioned by the police. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner confirmed that Paulo Tantoco, Rustan's executive, died from cocaine use and his death was accidental. Tantoco, 44, died on March 9, the same day the First Lady was attending a public concert. Malacanang is also looking into filing charges against personalities spreading supposed fake news. Energy Secretary Sharon Garin says tensions between the Philippines and China over the West Philippine Sea may have caused investors to shy away from the country's energy projects.
No investor will risk millions or billions of pesos when they are not sure kung secure sila.
Garin adds the Philippine Coast Guard and Department of National Defense have to be well informed of exploration activities in the disputed waters to ensure the safety of personnel. She also says the government has offered investment deals in places like Reed Bank, but no investors have accepted them yet. Despite this, Garin said countries like Israel, the United States, and even China have shown interest in doing joint oil and gas explorations. The Malampaya Phase 4 drilling, which started in late June, is expected to finish by the end of the year. If the drillings yield any gas, the wells could supply power for up to 10 years. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. picks former journalist and veteran public relations practitioner Dave Gomez as new communications secretary. This for the 5th time in just 3 years in office. Gomez started as a reporter for the Philippine Star and later joined Leo Burnett, then became the Director General of the Philippine Information Agency. He is the latest in the long list of communications chiefs under the Marcos administration. Jay Ruiz, who briefly served as acting head of the Presidential Communications Office, held the role for just over 4 months before being reassigned. Ruiz's time in the role was still longer than that of Marcos's first communications head, vlogger Trixie Cruz Angeles, who stepped down within the first 3 months of the administration. Cesar Chavez, the third PCO chief, served for just over 6 months. Senator Kiko Pangilinan files a resolution seeking a Senate probe into persistently high prices of food and agricultural commodities. This after a nationwide survey found that 20% of Filipino families experience involuntary hunger. In a July 8 resolution, Pangilinan called for a review of current policies and actions to address rising food prices, including imports, price checks, and targeted subsidies. The inquiry will also recommend, quote, measures to ensure food affordability, strengthen food security, and protect the welfare of Filipino consumers. The government has so far lowered rice tariffs and set suggested prices for rice and pork. It has also started giving subsidies to the National Food Authority to sell rice at cheaper prices. Pangilinan is eyeing the chairmanship of the Senate Committee on Agriculture, Food and Agrarian Reform. The 20th Congress will officially convene on July 28. Alex Ayala returns home for a short break before continuing her historic 2025 season. Eala visited her roots as she attended the opening of the FINMA International Junior Tennis Championship in Makati on Sunday, July 13. Now ranked 56 in the world, Eala shared valuable lessons with young tennis players from her journey to becoming one of the sport's rising stars. The young Filipina star also visited her alma mater, Colegio San Agustin Makati, where she met with school administrators and former teachers. CSA Makati says in a Facebook post, quote, her presence reminded everyone of the heights that hard work and passion can achieve, leaving smiles, selfies, and renewed motivation in her wake. Ayala recently made history at Wimbledon as the first Filipino in the Open era to play in the main draw. Before Wimbledon, she also reached her first WTA final at the Eastbourne Open, where she came close but did not win the title. And that's today's wrap. I'm MJ Katikista. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.